grind a lot with each other. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be Diddy versus Aegis. Now, this matchup can be a little rough for Diddy just because at least Mythra has the speed.
Mythra, yeah.
The speed to really chase down the monkey flip. And we'll see if how Tweek can handle the offstage, for Pyra Mythra. Obviously, Z-drop banana into the down air,
yep.
A very strong tool in general, but it can be a little hard considering like Mythra has some hitboxes to cover herself with like side B or up B, and then Pyra's up B snaps at such a far range.
Yeah,
so.
A big thing you usually want to do is you get that down tilt fair, push them in a horizontal plane where they're forced to side B back to ledge, and then you get that free Z-drop like you were mentioning. Well,
also, wait, I think we saw Wario actually.
So we've been seeing more Wario play, and we're going to see it here. So Wario back to back, Tweek out here saying, let me show you how it's done real quick, and which is kind of crazy because historically Banana beats Swordies. It's kind of annoying, but it's the truth. And in this matchup here, it's going to be more based off of every time you whiff, which is not very often with Mythra and Pyra, you get massive combo damage. How are you feeling about the switch with the Wario?
I think it can work. I mean, I know a lot of people will say Wario loses the swords, and Bananas do beat Swordies, but the problem with it is Mythra is not a traditional Swordie just because you have speed. Like, they never gave a sword character like Fox speed to whiff punish kind of deal.
And the frame data she has too.
Exactly.
This, like the frame 7 down tilt is absurd. The frame 2 jab, you don't see that on a Swordie. She is a brawler disguised as a Swordie. And then you have the KO range, the kill power of the air-to-air trades with Pyra. That's if you even get it though, because we're seeing a lot of tech chases being found here from Tweek already.
Yeah, and Tweek has publicly said that, for this tournament, he is going with the Diddy Wario. So I assume Diddy just because he has a lot of experience with Diddy Kong in this particular matchup, but maybe just feeling a little bit more comfortable on the Wario, or maybe just wants to test out the waters.
I think Tweek, oh wow, finds the late hit fair into the dash attack. That's a combo confirm, and it kind of catches you off guard too because you don't expect that out of disadvantage. Usually you think the falling fair comes, up air comes in. But when it comes to Tweek, he's always been one who, like, if he feels uncomfortable with a character or they're not performing to his standards, he will switch it. And constantly goes through character cycling, and now we're coming back to the Wario, which has always been one of his better characters, just kind of put it away for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, especially year 1 of Ultimate, we just saw pretty much Tweek on the Wario a lot of times, then moved on to the trainer. Like you said, Tweek has a general cycle, but one thing to point out as well, maybe Tweek just feels more comfortable on the Wario just because of the player matchup. I mean, Tweek grinded a lot with Cosmos. They lived in the same house in the first year of Ultimate, and, maybe he did use Wario versus the Inkling. So maybe just like a Cosmos, I'm more comfortable fighting Cosmos the player with Wario.
I wonder if the Summit had anything to do with it too, because I know that Tweek was practicing a lot with people, particularly the Aegis players, with the Diddy Kong, so maybe after all that practice and the time over the past few months with these majors has given him the idea of wanting to go with Wario, because you get better whiff punish out of that. You get more reward on hit when you get the few opportunities you can against this character. But for Cosmos, he has Cosmos moments. I referred to him yesterday as he's the best player in the world for 10 seconds at a time. He just steals away games, and the gentleman coming through actually to get the kill on the side. This could be evened up very quick with one Mythra string.
Okay, here it is. Yep, there's the double up air. Okay, no, goes for the back air there. Not going to get that up air. In that situation, you want to go for back air just so you can chain the up B following. Okay, not going to pull the waft on that tech chase there. Tweek probably just going to save the waft for the last stock. Oh, no waft out of shield either.
Coming through in there, just keeping that pressure on him, just keeping these that's all just safe mix-up options. As soon as you see the air dodge, react to it right away. Gonna go ahead and get himself to a position where that down air almost got the hitbox extension, but somehow Tweek got in quick enough to get the shield up.
Okay, now Cosmos slowly bringing this back, getting the chip damage in. Now, Pyra is slower than Mythra, but Pyra has more activity on the hitboxes and slightly more range. So
her startup on her aerials is not that bad on air-to-airs. Like, you get hit by fair in ways you do not expect, but the reverse hit up tilt is also a great option at ledge. Tweek has got to be careful of. As he comes in, that was really good usage to side B to keep himself safe.
Oh, the confirm. Waits for it. Yep. And there are some down air confirms, but very great wait from Tweek there. But Cosmos striking back with the Pyra up air.
And back to an even game here. This has been relatively back and forth in terms of control, but the even now, what happens? In this point, because you do have Waft, slight favor to Tweek, but Pyra can always just take a stock away at like 30%. So you have to watch out here for your Tweek to look for your one opener to get big combo strings. As we see him, he's playing much safer now here on this last stock.
Yeah, we just got done commentating Gluto, right? And one of the things that Wario can struggle is Wario has great air mobility, you're floaty, and you have great falling aerials, especially on block. But if you can't get to that shield to hit that shield, right, then that becomes a problem. And when characters have great anti-airs or disjoints, if timed correctly, that's essentially what Wario's always fighting against, right? Like, can Wario fall on top of his opponent with aerials?
Yeah, and that's the win. You know the win condition throughout as well. So as a better, like a top player, you're going to be hunting to see him look for that. And then all throws don't kill you; it just gives you ledge. So I think Tweek is going to start looking for more throws pretty soon because he's conditioning him to hold shield. He expects the falling up airs. That way he can get him to the ledge. But that late hit of down air with the hitbox extension, that back air looks the same as it. That can mix you up on DI.
And the great thing is we don't even see that much Mythra, honestly, coming out from Cosmos because it's like, well, Wario isn't like a speed demon. So now it's like, okay, I got to fight a character that's going to be in the air a lot. Like, how about I have more range and more activity on my hitbox? And the Pyra has been doing wonders.
It really has, and we just saw Tweek decided not to commit to the roll in before. Oh, big parry, but doesn't get anything out of it. However, you lose that every single time that up air is going to take him out. It was very difficult for Tweek to find that KO. Could barely even find a down tilt either, because Cosmos realized, well, down tilt equals me playing grounded, so meet me in the air.
Right, and I mean, Pyra, I would say, plays more of like a traditional sword character, which is why when Leo does play Pyra Mythra, I feel like he gravitates more towards the Pyra. And having that option is so nice, right? Like, oh, I'm Mythra, like super whiff punish, speed, right? Oh, okay, well, now I'm gonna zone you out with Pyra, right? Especially when the character doesn't have that much mobility, that's when Pyra becomes very powerful.
Exactly. Like, just the fear of having to go and meet Pyra in the air, there's no reason for Cosmos to fear short hop. Most people don't like the short hop too much at a player like Tweek because he's gonna just capitalize on it with something like that up tilt. It may be weaker now, but it is still a strong anti-air option. And we're seeing the switch up here, as close as that game was, deciding it's time for the Diddy Kong.
Yeah, I mean, Tweek just wasn't able to find the WAP setup. And, I mean, that, to me, that's been a common trend with top-level Wario. Like, we watch so many Wario play, and I just feel like so much players are getting way better at avoiding the WAF confirms. And the WAF confirms also did get nerfed in terms of, like, the moves that confirm into WAF, like up tilt and stuff. So, I mean, that could be I mean, I think it's all just a big part of the picture kind of deal.
Yeah,
you know
I mean, even at CEO, we saw a lot of the WAFs that did hit for Gluto were mostly on trades. He just saw, oh, you're going to swing at a disadvantage? Cool, I got armor. Goodbye. Yeah. And that didn't happen because Cosmos never committed to a distance where he was on top of his shield like that, which would have led to the KO. So now, going to go for more straight-up neutral play, going to try and win on those ledge traps, like you said before, particularly with the Z-drops.
Yeah, and now Diddy Kong is out. Diddy is going to be able to give Pyra a lot more trouble, right? And then we see, you know, Cosmos is like, you know what?
Yeah.
Mythra. Just because when you're fighting a faster character, it's really hard to keep up. And yeah, that forward smash apparently nerfed.
Yeah,
but,
apparently.
So knockback did get tuned down a little bit, but that wasn't the reason why it was broken. It's because of the recovery. You know, it has very little lag, and the range is absurd.
Yeah, it's such a solid option. And with this matchup here, you're gonna play neutral with Mythra the entire time, and then you switch to Pyra for ledge traps, and you go right back because you do not want to be getting short hop fared by Diddy Kong, being pushed to the ledge and taking a lot of monkey flips for free command grab. So the Mythra is a very solid choice to keep out as long as he is, even with the fact that he had him at kill percent before he found the KO with the forward smash.
Yeah, Tweek playing with the banana here, trying to get a slip, and you see gets the slip, but Cosmos setting up for a trade scenario, gets the whiff punish with the forward tilt, trying to get this down tilt started, and Cosmos is doing a great job of just surviving.
Yeah. And the fact that up B, like being able to use that as a combo ender and then still being able to get back down to the stage so quickly, it pushes people to the ledge. It's such a good option. Now here, you got the ledge tap. He's going to switch back to Mythra really quickly because you don't want to continue to deal with this where all of what Diddy Kong does is going to be significantly quicker than what she can pull out. As we see that fair almost taking the stock.
Oh, the switch. Oh,
you ain't making that back.
Yeah, once the side B was thrown out, there was no double jump. I don't think Cosmos wanted to do that. I think Cosmos wanted to drift left into the switch. You do kind of like boost yourself a little bit forward with the switch, or at least I see Pyra Mythra mains like use the switch. Just, it seems like for distance.
That's actually one of the most crazy things about her, to be honest. It's a free air dodge that you just get to use with aerial momentum, and they've been using that a whole lot more, like you said, at a disadvantage. What now for Tweek? He's pretty far behind here. He does have Mythra out. What can he do to get himself back in the game here, Charles?
You just, I mean, in those situations, especially like off the Mythra dash attack, you just have to guess right. Mythra is a character that forces you to guess. And Diddy Kong in certain scenarios too, especially with the monkey flip. But here into the Pyra. Going to be able to get back to ledge here, the forward tilt. Very meaty option, and that's why Pyra is so if you're a Mythra Pyra main, your Pyra has to be nice on ledge trap because having range, having activity on your moves is so good in corner scenarios and so good in ledge trapping, right? Like that meaty forward air, that meaty forward tilt, so good in those situations, and they're able to close out the stocks at decently. I would say at decent percents. You know, nothing crazy, but like at the very solid, like 120 mark or so.
Yeah, occasionally in the hard read F smash too on a roll, you just explode. Like just the presence of Pyra standing there at ledge establishes fear in people to want to do something. But with Mythra now, center stage, you have him at a position where he has to box with you up close, you keep her out, and gonna take a punish, but does not still die off the side with that back air.
Okay, Z-drop, not gonna connect there, Z-drop back air, and Gavin, or Tweek trying to get something started here.
It's okay, you know him, you're friends, right? No, like, it's looking so difficult right now. There's just catching him on the roll in again. Like, Cosmos is looking incredible. His ability to keep this lead, we saw it yesterday, too, with a lot of matchups. He just was able to just dominate in many aspects. But here, with that back air, get up, put him in a spot where you're forced to take that side B, and that's what we've been looking for all set.
And that edge guard was actually set up because Tweek got the cross up after the down tilt. Cosmos was DIing for an up smash and actually got sent outwards. So, oh, wait a minute. There's no double jump. Do you make that back? No, not enough. And the banana snipe is enough for Cosmos to close it out and go up 2-0 on Tweek.
I really want to go back to that last stock because like that. Everything about Cosmos getting through with the roll changed the game. He had stage position just right here, just looking at that position. He had him behind a banana. He's stuck in a spot where if he gets a grab, he gets a free ledge tap. Then you abuse the recovery at that point. But because of the fact that he was able to get by him here with the whip, a monkey flip, because he had the read, that allowed him, granted he just got a free gimp, but that allowed Cosmos to take a ledge trap where Tweek could have come back on that situation alone. He has the skill to do it. So that was a crucial moment here in this game too for Cosmos to take the game away.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And because the double jump was burned right after this banana hit, bonk, and just like that, Diddy has no resources charging the barrel up, and that's where you really want to hit Diddy. And back to the Wario here. So Wario, we're probably going to see more of the Pyra coming out, right? And like you said earlier, I mean, Tweek, especially with Diddy Kong in the corner scenarios, that's where Diddy Kong gets the paychecks, right? So being able to get out of those situations is so important. It might have felt really minor, but it was one of the big keys that Cosmos was able to get that game number 2, because I've seen Tweek get those specific corner situations and essentially 0 to death people just through the ledge trap or just through corner situations.
That is where you steal tempo away in a matchup, especially with somebody who's scared because their character has a bad recovery. So they start playing a little bit more reckless on their way back. But here right now, up 2 games. Currently, the Wario Nation is not thriving because we're looking at what happened to Pluto a second ago, and we could be looking at a similar situation here with Cosmos, who might also shake up that pool because Tweek was pretty much playing dominant prior to this, and now we're looking at Cosmos who might take this potentially 3-0.
Yeah, we'll see. Tweek is going to have to dig deep for this reverse 3-0. A lot of obstacles Wario is going to have to jump through the hoops for, right? A lot of disjoints. And here's the Pyra. And we did not see, like, in these scenarios with Diddy, we saw, like, some Pyra play, right, and then back to the Mythra, right? Just like, okay, like you just got too much mobility. But again, we're going to see a lot more Pyra against the Wario just because you don't have that monkey flip to deal with, right? You don't have all these crazy bursts of mobility to deal with.
It's a completely different matchup, a different game plan, and that's the strength of Pyra and Mythra, just having the tools to constantly switch to better play the matchup. Regardless of their animations being the same, their power is so much different, as we'll see a jump call out right there with that forward air and continuing to control the lead. I don't think I've seen Cosmos without a lead this entire set.
Yeah, and I love the walk earlier before that forward air. You saw Cosmos kind of like lurking a little bit, just walking forward, almost like trying to tell Tweek, hey, I want to forward tilt here, and then actually like catch the jump with the fair. So really great stuff and racking up this damage as well. Yeah,
and now you see Tweek just trying to like just find an opener, just get out of disadvantage quickly and push damage. And this is so against Tweek's playstyle because he's very good at just kind of slowly working the game into his favor. He doesn't really commit to anything unsafe until he finds your habits. Cosmos hasn't given him that habit, and even when he does, the risk scenario of going in for an air-to-air trade has been so bad against Pyra, it just keeps working out in favor of Cosmos.
Yeah, Cosmos has been playing extremely well, especially around the win conditions, and you know, Cosmos has been working on the Pyra. I remember at main stage, I was like, your Pyra kind of
Yeah, I remember that. He specifically said, I'm going to be a solo Mythra main, because that was his favorite. Like, yeah, good luck with that. Like, good luck with that, bro. I mean, making the smart financial decisions right now, because there's a lot of money on the line. As we see the frame trap coming through, does not connect on the F tilt, though. That would have been a 3-stock up lead, as we see what's going to be one here, Charles.
Yeah, the down air into the up air, it's brutal. That confirmed. I mean, down air up smash, down air whatever, right? Like, that Pyra down air is disgusting to deal with.
Down air in a dream, man.
Yep.
Just saying, we know which one was Sakurai's favorite, that's all. But now going in with the down air himself,
back
but
air?
great tech, no back air. Still, just every time he gets a chance to possibly cash something out, he just keeps missing. And that is so important, because for Cosmos, you can see that, oh, you're getting frustrated. I'm going to keep taking advantage of it.
Yeah, and look at these dash backs. Every time Tweek wants to come in with a hard drift in area, which Tweek has to do because Cosmos has the lead, dash back, forward tilt, dash back, up tilt, right? Like, so much of these options are great. Finally, Tweek getting the up air, 52% and a waft. All right, that's all Tweek's got right now.
Look, man, that lunch hitting right now. You better make it work. Just get this stock as quick as possible. It's a similar situation before, but that's your jump. Now you're forced to bike. He's going to catch you on the low recovery, but good stall there. However, still stuck and gets reset off the grab. And now your double jump's gone again. This pressure from Cosmos is insane.
You have to air dodge. Every time you come down, it sucks, but it almost feels like you have to air dodge every time. Obviously, Cosmos can just read that, and that time getting the air dodge and then getting the forward tilt. There's so much threats Pyra's throwing at you, right?
Wipe it up, man. That was get the brooms out. That was a sweep. Clean 3-0 sweep here from Cosmos. He had the way he played. He had that look about him of, I am just better than you right now. Nothing. He feared no whiff punish scenario. He didn't care about air airs. He barely cared at all about being conditioned at ledge, because there was a couple times Tweek actually got him to fall for what he needed, and then Tweek didn't get the roll or didn't get the neutral get up. And if it did, he didn't die, which is crazy. And at the very end, Cosmos realizes, I'm up a stock. What if I just keep throwing out these hitboxes? What you gonna do about it?
Yeah, and Cosmos played was almost 1 to 2 steps ahead in terms of adaptation, right? Like, you saw that the neutral air dodge there, and that was because why? Because Cosmos has always been aggressive with the forward tilts, with the forward airs, right? Always pressing on there. So Tweek kind of relying on that, but that one time, Cosmos is stepping back, not being the aggressor, catching the air dodge, right? And even before on the juggle situations, Cosmos was essentially spamming up air. And like, it's like, if you're not going to air dodge, I'm going to keep up air. You have no move that can beat my Pyra up air, right?
Exactly. So, like, extremely well said, risk reward. And you know what? You broke that down so well, man. Like, it's like you know a lot of stuff, which a lot of people, if you wanted to, you know, like, I think that there's a certain place that they maybe learn that from you. Just a little